If you've been trying to get rid of your chronic low back pain for years and it seems like everything you try gets you mediocre results, or maybe the pain goes away for a little bit but it always comes back despite the chiropractic care, despite the PT sessions that you've invested in, or maybe even the injections that you've had, today I'm going to give you 3 very specific and unique reasons why you are still in pain. It's not because of the exercises that you're doing, it's not because of the stretch that you can't find on the internet. In fact, it's way more simpler than that. I'm gonna give you 3 things that you should be focusing on if everything you've been doing up to this point has not been working. Now, if you're new here, my name is William and I teach people just like you how to overcome years of chronic low back pain by mastering their mindset, improving their movements, and building smarter strength. I specifically work with people who are stuck, who are at the end of their rope, who have tried everything the medical model has to offer, yet their relief has been mediocre or the pain always comes back. So if that is you, you are watching the right video, you've come to the right channel. Now let's get plugged in. The first thing we have to address is this relationship between symptom management and problem solution. These 2 things have to be nipped in the bud. We have to understand that if we want long-term relief, we have to be solution focused and not just symptom focused. Unfortunately, the medical model really harps on making you feel comfortable. They don't want you to be in pain, so they're willing to inject something into your body, give you something to take, or maybe have a surgery to address the symptoms that you keep having. The problem is we take this idea of symptom management seriously, and then we go home and we build our own relief routine that only is focusing on managing the symptoms and not actually getting to the root issue. A common conversation I have with people all the time is asking about their daily pain relief routine. What do you do? What strategies are you implementing right now? And some of the things that I hear are like, well, I wake up and I have this very specific routine that I do. Maybe my posture is out of alignment, my hips are kind of twisted. So unless I do my specific exercises every single day, I will be in a world of pain throughout the week. So what happens is we build these habits around very specific movements or exercises or massage therapy or TENS units or whatever it is that you might be doing that feel good in the moment, but unless you kept doing those specific things, your pain is gonna come back. So what you become is symptom focused. That stretch or that ice pack or that heating pad, that balm, that massage therapy, that cupping, that acupuncture, whatever it might be, makes me feel good, but the pain always comes back. So we become addicted to what makes us feel good, but we don't know what to do that's gonna actually create the solution to the problem. So what happens is we get very hyper-focused, very sold out on the concepts of always trying to find that one treatment that's going to make us feel better instead of digging deeper and finding out the actual problem that's going on. A very simple example of this is taking muscle relaxers for tight muscles. Let's say you bending over, moving around your garage or cleaning your car, whatever it might be, creates a lot of muscle tightness, a lot of tension, a lot of achiness in your low back, and it really builds as the day goes on or as the activity goes on. Well, a solution to the symptom would be a muscle relaxer, right? Maybe get a massage, maybe do some stretching. These are all things that you can apply in the moment to this tightness or this achiness that you're feeling, but you're actually not addressing the problem of why repetitive bending or why cleaning your garage or bending at the waist or whatever it might be, why does it keep creating so much of a pain response? Why is it creating so much tension? Why does your brain and body feel like that's a dangerous movement? Therefore, it has to create symptoms to get you to stop or to slow down. Why is that? And that is where the problem is discovered. Once you can dig into those reasons and understand, that is where you get a transformational pain relief reaction. Before we jump to this second point, one of the most common approaches to chronic back pain is exercise, whether you're working with a PT or a personal trainer, or whether you're trying to create the perfect workout routine for yourself. It is really an important topic. It's not the only topic, but it's something that you can take control over and make really, really good decisions to get immediate relief from what you're doing. And I have a free guide that I put together that actually focuses on everything you need to know about building the perfect back-friendly workout. Just go to fitnessforbackpain.com/PT pain-free training. I'm gonna walk you through the order of exercises, the type of exercises you should be picking, from core training to main primary exercises, all for people who have L4, L5, or L5-S1 disc issues, herniations, bulges, post-fusion, or maybe you have a ruptured disc, degenerative disc, stenosis, whatever it might be. If you are living in chronic low back pain, looking to use exercise to gain control over your symptoms, not just to manage them, but to actually get to the root issue, go grab this free guide. It'll change your life. Go to fitnessforbackpain.com/pain-free training. It's yours free. Second major problem that I see all the time is being stuck in old ways of thinking. I talk to people all the time who have tried different methods of pain relief. Maybe it's the McGill method or the McKenzie method, or maybe they have a really good holistic doctor that believes in chewing on tree leaves, or whatever it is that you might be doing, and we become stuck, or we become very one-sided to what we think what we need, because we have become so enthralled in this one idea that we start to lose the ability to think critically and think from a different angle. And that's one of the biggest things that transformed my perspective on pain, because I went to what we all know is the medical model. I had an issue, I went to my doctor. I had an MRI, they said to go here, I went there, and I followed that path. The problem is, if you continue to go down a path that is not working from a pain perspective, a chronic back pain perspective, that path is not going to eventually flip like a light switch and now you'll be out of pain. Your body responds to pain a lot quicker than that. So what happens is we're like, I have to do these stretches, or no, I have to do this specific method. I have to realign my body every day because I've got so many things that are out of whack, that I've been told that I have out of whack, that if I don't correct these things on a daily basis, then I'm gonna be in pain. And I'll be the first one to tell you, your doctor does not know what's best for your chronic low back pain relief strategy. Your Egoscu method practitioner does not know what's best for your chronic back pain strategy. You know what's best. The problem is you've only been given so much information. You haven't been given how to do this for yourself, how to take these different types of methods that all have valuable things in them and actually apply them in a unique way to make the environment in your body a healing one so that you can see lasting relief. It is very rare for someone who is in chronic low back pain, such as yourself, to go to one specific method, the McGill method, the McKenzie method, the stretch method, the exercise method, the weakness method, all these different methods that only focus on one thing and actually get a lifelong transformational result from that one specific method. So if you're looking for the one stretch, the one exercise, the one unique routine that's going to revolutionize your pain situation, I want to challenge you with that. Your pain is very dynamic, but it's simple at the same time. If what you're doing isn't working, it's not going to eventually work. Just because your doctor has told you that this is the best thing, just because you saw on an infomercial that 10 units revolutionize tight muscles and make you feel so much better, and even when you use it, you do feel better. But if you have to keep using it, we have to get off of that old way of thinking that doctors know best, chiropractors know best, my physical therapist knows best, when it's just not the case. The third biggest issue I see is having a one-dimensional approach to your chronic low back pain. Again, your pain is not because you're not stretching right. Your chronic low back pain doesn't keep coming up every morning or every afternoon or every midday or whatever the situation is for you specifically because you're not doing the right exercise the right way, or the way you're lunging has bad form, therefore your whole day is wrapped up in chronic low back pain, even when you have days off. Pain is not one-dimensional. There are so many different layers to chronic low back pain. And this is not something that you can just be told like I'm doing right now and it just clicks in your brain, oh, okay, cool, now I know what to do. It's a lot more complicated than that because pain is a very complex thing that happens inside of our body. It was designed in our body to keep us safe, whether we are actually in danger or the brain is perceiving that we are in danger. So when we are in chronic low back pain or chronic pain, there are elements to your pain that are very real, very mechanical, as in muscle, tissue, things like that that we can address. But there's also another component to it, and that's just because the brain is perceiving that something is still broken, something is still damaged, something that needs to be repaired. Even after 18 plus years of chronic low back pain, whatever it is that's that's not fixed is still broken. The interesting reality about pain is you could get a paper cut, you could cut your arm wide open, you could break your arm, break your fingers, and if given the right environment and the right opportunity, all of these things can actually heal, right? You can have a major injury, falling from trees or car accidents, and your body wants to heal. But the problem is doctors and surgeons, they label us with things like herniations and bulges and stenosis and degenerative discs. And what that does is invoke fear, which creates more of a pain response because we don't want to cause more damage to our body. We're broken, we're fragile. But if we're given the right opportunity to heal, if we understand what a healing environment looks like versus a pain-provoking environment, then we can actually create healing in our body, even after 20, 30 years of chronic low back pain. I like to look at chronic low back pain relief like investing, right? It's not something that you can just do overnight and become a millionaire. You can't just put it all in one place and think that that one little thing is going to create a bunch of wealth. You have to diversify. You have to look at other options that are really good. But if you are stuck in the old ways of thinking, I'm not a financial expert, but let's just say CDs, you put your money in CDs. Well, there's other options out there than just putting all of your money in CDs. But the problem is there are still people on this earth who think that CDs are the best and only thing that we should be doing when it comes to your money. So from a back pain perspective, there are people who are stuck, as in your doctor, your PT, your Chiro, in old ways of thinking when it comes to how to treat pain. That's just what they've been doing for years and years. So they're going to teach that to you. Whether that's right or wrong, that's up to you to decide. So if you're watching this and you are struggling with chronic low back pain for maybe an L4, L5 herniation or L5S1 herniation, bulge, or disc rupture, or post-fusion, whatever your situation might be, if you've been stuck in pain, it doesn't have to be this way forever. Odds are you've just been given not the whole story. You haven't been given all of the tools that you could potentially be using from a healing perspective to actually get relief or live a life that is free of chronic low back pain. Now, this is something that I do with people all the time inside of my Strength and Pain Relief Accelerator program. It is what I call my hybrid relief method, where there are a lot of different options when it comes to creating the most unique healing strategy for you to take on that is just not exercise and stretches, but goes deeper to the root problem of why you're in chronic low back pain. So if you feel like you have done everything, you've seen Chiro, you've seen PTs, you don't want to have surgery, you don't want to have a second surgery, and you're looking for a strategy that teaches you how to become your own healer, to become self-sufficient, let's have a conversation. You can go to fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. That'll give you some opportunity to ask some questions on a live call, along with answering some questions that I have to see if whether or not what I do can actually help you. I cannot help everybody. I work with a very specific person, but what I do transforms people's lives. All you need is the right information in front of you to see that same transformation. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, only if you are serious, go to fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. Let's have that conversation to see if what I do can help. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and I will see you on the next episode.